You can't hear me?
No, we can't hear ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Do let me know, if there's any sort of a connectivity lag or something from my end while I'm sort of just talking around or something. Feel free to sort of do it.
Yeah, sure. Will you be sharing a PPT or anything?
Yes. I mean, I just don't want to bore around people. I'm just going to do it for the first 10 to 15 minutes or so. I'm trying to keep it as interactive as possible as well. And yeah, let's see how things shape up.
Okay, great.
So you want me to share the screen? You let me know when you want me to kick it off, and I'll sort of do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just make a call to yeah. I spoke to ma'am. She won't be joining, unfortunately. So we can we can start the session. We'll start letting people in the meeting first. Mary.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just give me a minute.
Sure.
Yeah.
Recording in
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think we can start now.
Do you want to wait for a minute if people are joining? Still in the waiting room.
Okay.
I think we can start now. Mansha, you can start.
Thanks, Ashna. A very good afternoon to all present here. The ESAL and Skill Hub of Jai Hind College presents to you the fifth session of Innovate 2021, which is a week-long initiative to foster entrepreneurship and develop skills of students attending in association with Make in India and Maharashtra State Innovation Society. We're culminating day 5 of Innovate with a session on gaming and finance. Have you actually imagined how you could culminate your gaming skills into a career? Sounds interesting, right? So today we have a speaker, and I would like to hand it over to Reshma ma'am to introduce the speaker for the day.
Thank you, Mansha. So it gives me immense pleasure to introduce the speaker for the day, Mr. Manish Maryada. He's a co-founder and CEO of Fellow India's first gaming and savings app. He's a finance grad of Texas A&M College Station, class of 2017. He comes with 5+ years of experience in traditional finance and early stage startups. He worked with several early stage fintech startups like Coinex and Flowbiz and played a leading role in scaling them from X to 10X. He was one of the 50 people to be selected for the Talent Investor Program, Entrepreneurship First, who eventually led the seed investment round of Fellow, where they raised $1 million. So with a brief introduction, on behalf of Jai Hind College Entrepreneurship Cell and Skill Hub, I would like to invite the guest for the day. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Thanks a lot, Reshma ma'am, and thanks a lot, Mansha and Kushi, for coordinating right from the very early days. I guess for the last 2 to 3 weeks, we have been having this conversation of having me and inviting me for this Innovate to 2021. Really much humbled to be over here, talk with all these people. I did not expect 234 people actually turning up for the online session, but equally nervous as well, because it's the first time I'm sort of addressing such a huge crowd on an online ecosystem. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that it'll be pretty informative to all of you people as well. And also, like, thanks a lot for the humble introduction. Really appreciate that as well. But even to give my perspective on my introduction, as Reshma ma'am told, I spent significant time in the US. I did my master's over there. Then I came back to India to start pursuing a career in the startup ecosystem. Fintech is a space which really excited me because I came from a background in finance, and there are some really existing use cases, but I did not know how to build a company back then in 2017 when I came back. So I started working in an early stage fintech startup in Mumbai itself called Coinex. Back then, it was India's largest cryptocurrency exchange. I was one of the founding team members over there. Learned a lot about startups, and that is how I honestly feel that I learned more in working in an early stage startup rather than doing an MBA or pursuing something in business as an education. And those are a couple of educational insights what I could totally give it to you guys. But also thank you, for choosing the topic of gaming and finance, which is very closely tightly knitted around what we are trying to build as well. I'll try to keep it as conversational as possible. I was one of the people who was sort of hearing to all these lectures. I sort of heard a lot of boring lectures. So out of the experience what I had, I'll try to keep it as conversational as possible. And trust me, for all the 248 people who are there in this call, there's something exciting waiting during the end of the talk or whatever we're going to do, something from Fellow. So hope you hang out till there. But let me just share my screen, and from there, let's start taking things ahead. Cool. I hope everyone is able to see my screen, right? So if I'm sort of asking something, you can feel free to use the chat box, or you can even open your mics to talk around with me. Feel free to interrupt me whenever you have any questions also. I'll be happy to answer them around, because I want to keep it as conversational as possible. Because as you know, like the concept itself, like what we are trying to do, and when we sort of came across with such an idea, it is very unique. So I'd be happy to take in as many questions as possible. So yeah, here's the topic of what we're going to discuss today, which is gaming and finance, and how exactly these two worlds could be actually interlinked. And that is how we got the idea of building a product like Fellow. But I'll be talking very, very less about fellow. I won't even bring fellow into picture for 90% of the conversation. There's some really exciting insights, what I feel that you people who are excited towards entrepreneurship would love to know, so that you might build out some amazing products in the coming future. Before even, okay, once, yeah. So before even getting into the whole, concept, I would love to know like how many of you in this entire audience play mobile games. You can just open the chat and you can just say like, yeah, I do play. Like, just want to understand. Roughly, I could say around like 50 to 60% of the people. I see a lot of me's coming in, like literally a lot of me's. Great, great. What sort of games do you play on your mobile games? May I know that? Like, what sort of games are you sort of excited to play? You can type down the name of the games as well. I see chess, I see PUBG, Candy Crush, Call of Duty, cricket. I see a lot of you see PUBG coming in. I guess a lot of PUBG fans over there. Even there's something what we got to know when we sort of doing our customer market research. But let me sort of get to the next question. This one assumption I'm sort of coming up with, like majority of the people with whom I'm talking right now are over 18 years. But again, like nevertheless, even that being or not, I want to put for this question, how many of you actually save and invest? When I'm saying save and invest, like you saving money in a bank account or you saving money into mutual funds, how many of you do it? Because as per Indian legal, the legal age for you to start saving and investing is 18. So just want to understand how many of you do. I'm getting very less me's when compared to gaming. When I asked gaming, like it was a rapid flow of me's. But when we sort of came across with saving, I'm just seeing like very less people saying. Cool. And where exactly do you save your money? May I know? Like you can just type it down as well. The first thing I saw is crypto. Super excited. Naman, kudos to you, but be completely cautious while you're sort of saving in cryptos. I see stocks, I see bank, I see equities. I'm sort of super glad that people at such a young age are getting into stocks. I myself got into stock market when I was like 23, 24 years, but you people just into your undergraduation, you're getting into this. I guess that is the sort of exposure what you have, and super glad to hear that. Mehul, so is currency. I don't know what you mean by currency over there, but I'm hoping it's cryptocurrency. But if you're doing foreign currency, then you're top notch. I really appreciate that. But as you can see, even in the replies, guys, when I asked, how many of you game, we got a lot and tremendous number of responses. But when we asked how many of you actually save, we got comparatively less number of responses. And this is basically the user behavior in India as well. If you see, 98% of people have never ever explored equities market, mutual fund market, or the stock market in India. It's only 2% of Indians who do that in India today. And of these 2% also, just like 50 to 60 lakh people who are trading and investing on a day-to-day basis. So a massive 98% of people have never explored the alternate investment market or savings, equities, mutual funds, whatever. All of them just save in traditional savings bank account. Now, if you see a savings bank account, guys, one of the biggest challenges in savings bank account is they give you very less returns. I don't know how many of you know this or not, but if you save money in your bank account give you some of the other returns over it. It's called as interest. You get around like 3 to 4% returns. But if you see inflation in India, inflation is 7% to 8%. Again, I don't know how many of you know about inflation. Inflation basically means that this year you're buying 1 kilo of tomatoes for 100 rupees. Next year, if you want to buy the same 1 kilo of tomatoes, if it is 107 rupees, the rise of 7 rupees is called inflation. So 7% is the inflation for the inflation rate at which the price of commodities is growing in India. So if your bank is giving you 3% returns, and if the India's inflation is 7%, you're technically losing out on the buying power with the same money what you have. So your value of your money is actually getting low, whereas the prices of your basic necessities is going up and up. Petrol is a classic example right now. Petrol is going exponentially fast. But on the other hand, if you completely take away the savings ecosystem, gaming is growing exponentially fast in India. Like the way you sort of responded when I asked how many of you play games, that is the same response what we got when we sort of went on streets and spoke with people as well. If you see in India, $1.2 billion was spent in 2020 alone into casual gaming, paid and fantasy gaming, and all these other things. How many of you are aware of Dream 11, Teen Patti, MPLs and all? Like you can give a cheer out in the chat. Like you can also show your hands up as well. Exactly. So the Dream 11s, Teen Pattis, even PUBG gaming tournaments, all of these cumulatively $1.2 billion was spent. And it is expected to grow to $5 billion in the next 3 years. So the spending capacity into paid and fantasy gaming is actually going up and up. And in the last 4 years, it's grew by 160%. In the coming years, it is expected to grow by 200%. So that is how fast the gaming ecosystem is growing. So if you see, oh, okay, one second. So India loves fantasy gaming like big time. Like if you see Dream 11s, Teen Pattis and all these things, people literally love getting onto this platform. Whenever you see the IPL games or the cricket tournaments going on over there, they just want to put that 50 rupees into that gaming applications to win these 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore, or all these cars, whatever these platforms are giving. But if we ask someone what exactly are you expecting out of these fantasy games, everyone says this. They think that the money is getting double, like like the classic quote, whatever they say. They feel that they're putting very less amount and the money is getting multiplied bigger time as soon as possible. But what exactly it is happening in reality is 90% of the people who play fantasy games and all the money games which are involved digitally right now, they're completely losing out on the money. Because what's happening at the end of the day, it is they're gambling with the money. For example, if I take a classic example of Dream 11, a user puts in 50 rupees to play a game. They expect to win like 10 crore rupees. But again, 90% of the people lose money. Only 10% of the people win money. So majority of the people are actually gambling. And the minimum capital, what they put also, they're not getting that in return at all. So this is a behavior, what is happening within users, that they're expecting their money to grow through gaming in the current situation, especially within 21 to 30-year-old working individuals. But don't you guys think that fantasy gaming is similar to investing? How many of you guys actually thought when I actually spoke about it? A quick raise of hands, maybe. If no one thought it, I'll explain you how exactly both of them are actually absolutely similar. Let me go into Dream 11. I put rupees 100 into Dream 11. Within like 1 hour, I expect that money to go to 1 lakh. The risk to reward ratio is extremely high. Like the risk what I'm taking is I'll completely lose out on the 100 rupees, but the reward is so high that I'm inclined towards putting more and more of these 100 rupees over there. But at the end of the day, if you look into core basics, what's happening over there is your 100 rupees is growing into some or the other different amount. And that is what a user expects as. If you see the same in a trading or an investing ecosystem also, you put 100 rupees and you expect this 100 rupees to grow to something or the other. Going into 1 lakh, I guess the crypto might give you, I don't know, but it's extremely risky. But at the same time, that is the same expectation what a user has when he or she starts saving or investing in a traditional savings market. So if you see the backend infrastructure of a gaming ecosystem and a finance ecosystem, it is technically the same. People expect their money to grow. Yes, in a gaming ecosystem, the risk to reward is extremely high. That is why people are getting excited over this. At the same time, the process involved in gaming is extremely, fun, exciting, and immediately gratifying. But the process involved in saving and investing in the current generation applications or banking products is very, very, boring, not exciting, and returns, they have to wait. And the current people can't wait. That is the biggest challenge what these people have. This concept is called as behavioral economics. What behavioral economics actually means is, why are we behaving the way we are behaving today? For example, why people are getting excited towards paid and fantasy games more than current in saving and investing products is because they want immediate results rather than long lasting results. I'll give you another very classic example as well. How many of you of Google Pay and Paytm? How many of you use Google Pay and how many of you use Paytm? You can just type Google Pay or like Paytm. I see GPay, Paytm. Can you say why you use Paytm over Google Pay? By any chance? I would love to hear from people. You can actually talk also. We can absolutely talk. I got the right answer over there. Someone told cashback. So when we asked users, the reason why they chose Paytm or like something others over some other product is because they were getting cashbacks very instantly. And because of the single cashback culture, people started adapting an entire new mode of transaction, which is digital transaction. Previously, before 2015, before the demonetization, everyone is just using cash. But even when demonetization happened, it was very difficult for people to push them towards digital mode of transaction. But once these cashback culture sort of came into the picture, people started adapting, digital transactions in a much more faster fashion. And that is what a user does as well. That is what a person thinks as well. In order to get something, they want something or other reward. Let me give you another example, which you might be absolutely related to as well. When we were kids, what did our parents tell us? Like, is exam mein aap itne marks leke aa jaiye, and I'm going to give you something or other. Like, I'll buy a bike for you, or I'll sort of, take you on a holiday. I'll sort of give a cricket kit or like anything. We started studying not for the sake of getting good marks, maybe for the sake of getting that big prize what our parents gave it. For example, in my 12th standard, my dad told me that if you're getting the state first mark, I'm going to give you a bike. I did not get the state first mark. I know I'm not capable of doing that, but I at least got a decent mark, which was around like 90 to 95%, which was good for me at the end of the day. So behind getting that prize, I adapted something good, which was to study well. I mean, of course, I don't mean right now that only studying leads you to something significant in life. Anything will sort of lead you if you're talented. But I'm just giving you a classic example as to how exactly a behavioral economics is sort of included or glued to us right from a very early days itself. And that is the same thing what's happening in a financial ecosystem as well. If they want to adapt something, they want something or the other rewards. Let's look at the classic example of credit cards. Did you see your parents sort of spending a lot in credit cards? The reason why they do is, once they hit a transactional value of say like 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs spend, they get many rewards, they get many vouchers from many companies. So that is why, in order to get that big price, all the banks, all the financial institutions gamified the experience. They're saying that if you spend more, we'll give you something more over it. And that is how we as humans are designed since inception. Now, that is where the concept of price-linked savings is sort of coming into picture. If you just break it down, price-linked savings. If you're saving something, you're getting a price for it. For example, how many of you have seen such sort of ads till now? Quick show of hands. Like in digital, like, your parents will be going to buy gold or something in any other shop. They say that you buy gold worth this much and we'll give you, return gold of this much. It is very simple. We see this in all the gold stores out there. They say that what they're actually trying you to do is you actually buy more. You're actually saving more. You save more, we are giving you more money in return. That is what they're trying to tell at the end of the day. So they're actually encouraging savings. They're pegging a price to your saving behavior so that you save in a healthy way. That is what they're trying to do at the end of the day. 1 second. Oh, I'm not able to go back. 1 second. Yeah. Let me share. Yeah. So that is what price-linked savings is. Price-linked savings means, and very simple layman terms, for your saving behavior, we are going to give you some or the other prices, as simple as that. And this concept, as I told you, through these, offline retail stores and through these digital gold merchants or any other way, we have been seeing this in our day-to-day life as well. But we aren't aware of the concept called price-linked savings, but this is what price-linked savings is. And this is a very existing concept since 1950s throughout the world. For example, UK government have something called as premium bond. What they do in this premium bond is they ask the entire nation of UK citizens to start investing, say, £5 into this bond consider this as a mutual fund. They ask them to invest £5 into this mutual fund. For every pound you invest, you'll get one lottery ticket. If you win in this lottery, you'll get a huge cash prize. That is what they do. Now, what all the citizens of United Kingdom or London, what do you say? British did is, they started putting more of these five pounds to get more lottery tickets. And this money will be sort of logged for 3 months. So till 3 months, you cannot touch these funds at any cost. So what government did was, knowingly or unknowingly, people to get this big jackpot prize, they started saving more into this bond. And that bond turned out to be the biggest instrument in the UK market even today. So that is how users are behaving as well. And the same concept also lied within the in the US markets. Several startups like Yota Savings, Prize Pool, and Long Game also use the same behavioral economic concept and the price link savings concept, and merge both of them together to make sure that users are saving in a healthy way, they're investing in a healthy way through gamification of the entire experience of savings. And that is when we also got the idea, when we spoke with users, that gaming will lead a broader fold of these Gen Z and young millennial users to be inclined towards healthy finance. If we give a very traditional financial product, they won't accept it at all. Let's change the experience of finance. Let's merge it with gaming, because they love gaming at any cost. So what we did was, we gave both the worlds under same application. We offered the entire gaming experience. We hot swapped the entire backend gaming engine with financial instruments, and offered both the worlds under a single application called Fellow. So what Fellow is very simple, as Reshma ma'am told also. It is India's first gaming and finance application for the Gen Z and young millennial of India to save, play, and earn returns more than a traditional savings bank account. How it works is absolutely simple. For every rupee you save on the application, you get one gaming token. Using this gaming token, you can start playing the games which are listed on the application. And if you win in these games, you get to win amazing rewards and prizes. If you lose in these games also, it is absolutely fine, because your money is actually saved into these safe financial instruments. And how exactly we give rewards is, we partner with all these big B2C companies who want to have their brand presence felt out there, like Swiggy's, Uber's, etc. They come and sponsor the prizes on the platform. So people can still game, they can win those big jackpot prizes. On the same time, they're also cultivating this saving and healthy finance habits through our platform. So that is how we felt that gaming and finance, from a very infrastructural point of view, they're extremely close. And with compounding with the concept of price linked savings and compounding with the concept of behavioral economics, gaming and finance could lead a lot of these people who are not getting into healthy finance. They'll get into healthy finance if you change the experience of finance through gaming. So that is the entire concept of gaming and finance, and that is what we are also trying to build as a company. But I would love to open the floor up for questions. If whatever questions you have, I would be happy to answer them. You can type the question out in the chat, or you can just open your mic. I'll sort of take the things for question. The last 10 minutes, I'll sort of keep it for something exciting. Have something totally exciting lined up for you. But for the next 20 minutes, I'll sort of. Sir, could you explain again how Fellow? It is not hello, it is Fellow. Yeah. So basically, how the app works is very simple. We have digital gold and mutual funds on the application. For every rupee you save, you'll get one gaming token. For example, Rishabh is asking me. So Rishabh, you download the application and start saving ₹100 on the application. You get 100 gaming tokens. Using these 100 gaming tokens, you can play the games which are listed on the application. We have two games. One is cricket and second one is Tambola. And you be the high scorer in these games, you get to win the cash prizes or other rewards, whatever we have on the platform. Even if you lose in these games, you still won't lose out on your capital, because you're actually investing to play games, not spending to play games. I'll give you a very simple example as well. You go to these gaming arcades and all, right? you give 100 rupees, the person gives you 100 tickets to go and play these slot machines and all the other things in these big malls, right? There you're spending to play the games. On our application, you're saving to play the games. So that is how the application works. What are the drawbacks of being in this business? See, two things. Firstly, when we have two sides of the business, right? The first business is the gaming side of it, and the second one is the finance side of it. Even if we take both the things into picture, there are no drawbacks at all, because we are sort of cultivating healthy investment habits to users. Users are not losing out on their money. So it's a win situation for the users. We get tremendously high amount of users because you see in a very faint fashion, we are a no loss gaming application at the end of the day. So even there, just by picking that thing, we get like it's a win situation for the business. And even for our partners, like the B2C companies with whom we partner, they're getting a huge visibility to the target audience of 21 to 30-year-old people, where every B2C company, every conglomerate is trying to grab their attention. So whoever is participating in the ecosystem of these no loss gaming application or price link savings, everyone sort of wins over. So that's why the risk factor is comparatively less. The only risk factor, whatever might come, is in terms of regulations, because RBI has very strict regulations and SEBI has very strict regulations. So if anyone is trying to enter into this business of fintech space, they need to be very much aware of all the banking regulations, trading regulations, etc. So that is only where sort of risk sort of comes into picture. But it's not exactly risk. It is a healthy way of doing the business. That is what we would like to talk. Okay. Is your company pre-revenue? No, we're not pre-revenue. We just started making revenue as well. How exactly we make revenue is two ways. Firstly, we earn commissions from banks. We earn commissions from Digital Gold. For example, the products, whatever we list on the application, right? They are financial products. We partner with ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, and we partner with this gold distributor called Augmont Gold. Whenever a user comes and buys these financial products, we make a percentage commission out of them. And secondly, through the B2C partnerships, what we make with other companies, we earn a marketing revenue also from them. So we are not in pre-revenue stage right now. Next thing is, what are the rewards and what is the winning percentage? I'll answer the first thing. The rewards, we give it in two formats. Since we want to establish healthy savings and investment behavior to users, the rewards are given directly in the form of digital gold again to them in their wallet. But we are also opening up for new form of rewards where people can withdraw in the form of coupons, which we are partnering with our B2C companies. Through that also, they'll be able to take the rewards. But we encourage most of the users to just reinvest the rewards into digital gold so that they can establish a healthy way of saving and investing. And right now, 70 to 80% of the people who win on the application reinvest the money into digital gold on the application. And what is the winning percentage? Right now, the top 100 people in the games get to win. So let it be 100,000. Right now, we have over 200,000 users using the application. So out of those people, it is 100 people who are going to win. We are going to eventually increase the pool of prizes as well to as high as like 1,000 to 2,000. We're trying to experiment out because the total number of users actually started to increase. So this one will be sort of increasing. It will be very dynamic based on the total number of users participating on the application. PK to everyone could be more than 60%. I quite did not get that, PK, like what exactly you meant over there. If you could elaborate on that, were you answering something or I just did not get it? Any other questions? Feel free to, you can even open up your chat, you can talk face to face with me as well. I would really encourage that. Mutual fund and digital gold are the only two options to invest. Yes, at this point of time, we're only opening up with mutual fund and digital gold because our target audience are first-time investors. Now, when we talk about first-time investors, they have very less knowledge about financial markets. Even stock is like too risky for them. So we're starting with very safe sources of investment, which is digital gold, because Indians are very glued to the sentimental value attached with gold. And secondly, mutual funds, because mutual funds are comparatively safer when compared to the traditional stock market ecosystem, because the risk is sort of balanced out in significant mutual funds. And even the mutual funds, what we list right now are low risk to moderate risk mutual funds. So we'll start with these two, but in the coming 3 to 4 quarters, we'll be coming up with 10 different types of investment vehicles. And these will be different asset classes as well, like peer-to-peer funds. We're also trying to come with crypto as well. But again, based on the regulations, we'll sort of take a call. Link for Fellow. Okay. I'll just type it down, https fellow.n/download/app. There you go. That's the link for Fellow. You can download through iOS or Android, wherever you want. Does the application have games like BGMI? We are in talks with them right now. We're trying to integrate the game as well. Something or other partnership is sort of going to come up with them pretty soon. We just initiated the conversation, but nothing concrete yet. But we are going to tap different games like in the long run, because India has such a big gaming community with so many games. We're trying to bring in a lot of games onto the platform. By the end of 6 months, we'll be having at least 10 to 12 games on the application. Any further question, team?
Rohit, you've raised your hand. Do you have a question?
Oh yeah. So can you explain the process to start? Are you Devraj, do you mean the process of starting up a company or like starting up on the application? Like what exactly do you mean? Oh, the application. Very simple. Like what you have to do is download the application from Play Store. You just need to sign up on the platform. We ask you for your name, email ID, date of birth. App is open only for people 18 plus. And once you're done with it, we give you 100 free tokens. You can start playing on the application. If you want to play more on the app, you need to start saving. We have something called as a save tab on the application. In the save tab, you can start saving in digital gold. The more you save, the more gaming tokens you get. And the more gaming tokens, the more participation you can do in the games, and you can increase your chances of winning in the application. So that is how the application is. So though you're gaming, on the back end, you're actually saving in digital gold and all these healthy financial assets. I hope I sort of answered that thing to you, Devraj. Perfect.
Yeah, so I think we're done with questions, so you can go ahead.
Perfect. So as I told you, I have something exciting waiting for you. Firstly, like since a lot of you took your time to sort of participate in this session, we wanted to sort of give you a small taste of what we do. So you can open your apps. You can download the application. Right now, the time is 4:38. Download the application. We give you 100 free tokens on the application. Using these 100 free tokens, you can start playing the cricket game. And whoever is going to be the top scorer by 5 p.m. by 5 p.m., we are going to give the top 5 scorers rupees 500 worth of gift vouchers on Fellow application. So that's what we're trying to do. So in the next few minutes, you can feel free to download the app right away. And if you could just keep posting your scores on the chat, and we can sort of keep it. So let's keep it sort of a gaming interactive session. If you have any queries with the app also, I'd be happy to answer them for you. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So for the top 5 users, I mean, only specific to your college only, for till 5 p.m., you can sort of win 500 rupees on the application. So yeah, this is a download link. I'll sort of share it off for everyone as well. Copy. As download/app. Through this link, you'll be able to download on iOS and Android as well. So yeah, it is 4:40 right now. Let's not prolong it to 5 o'clock. Let's cut it at 4:50 p.m. So download the application, play the game, post your high scores in the chat. The top 5 who are sort of posting it out, we'll make sure that the 500 rupees are credited into your digital gold savings account right away. So yeah, that's that. I'll also show you how. I'll also navigate through the application as well. Just give me a second. Calendar. Admit. I'll just stop sharing the screen and I'll share my screen. Just a quick help. Can you sort of make, can you give access for me to sort of share my screen, which is fellow demo? Ashna, can you help me out with that, please?
Yeah, sir, they are just doing it.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe.
okay. Can you play if the mobile number isn't Indian? Unfortunately, no, because the app is only open for people within India. So I guess at this point of time, it is not. Eventually, we have the roadmap to sort of expand globally. I guess that's the point of time we'll be able to play.
So are you able to do it now?
I'm just checking. Not yet.
Open screen share, right?
Yeah. I'm trying for screen share. I'm asking you to give the access to this name called Fellow Demo.
Oh, it's open to all now.
It's open to all, right? Oh, got it. Now I got it. Screen, start now. Perfect. It's very simple. I'll also give you a brief demo of how the product works. You have the save section. In the save section, you can, start saving in digital gold. You can enter the amount whatever you want to do. Once you save it, you'll get equivalent number of gaming tokens. You could see the gaming tokens in the top right corner. Right now, I have like 5,349 tokens on the application. Now, initially, whenever sort of anyone signs up on the application, we give 100 free tokens. So use those 100 free tokens and you can start gaming on the application. And I choose cricket and just click on play and you can start playing the game. This is a game what we have. It's a very casual style cricket what we have. Give me the top scores in the next till 455, and we'll sort of consider the top 5 scores whatever we're getting to give that 500 rupees worth of digital gold into your fellow wallets. Cool. Absolutely. It is Taha was sort of asking. So the app is completely built on Flutter, and it's a merge stack what we're using as well. It's a completely in-house built application. We are a dev team of 5 members, and how exactly the app works is also very simple. The front end, though it's completely on Flutter, we have integrations done with the payment gateway partners and our gaming partners and the banking financial institutions as well. So the architecture is so robust that all these transactions and all these API interactions happen at a very common point. And there are several compliance measures also which we need to take into place, especially in terms of security checks. So how exactly we did the app development was very simple. Firstly, we sort of came with a proof of concept. In the proof of concept, we just had one game and one mutual fund on the application. We got the idea validated. Once it was done, we sort of expanded the team. In the team, we had like 3 to 4 devs, one front-end engineer, one back-end engineer, one full-stack engineer. And these 3 people build the product together. But yeah, as I told you, the app is completely built on Flutter. The reason why we built it on Flutter is because we want to have the ease of launching in Android and iOS together, and Flutter gave us the opportunity to do it within a single go. So that's how we sort of built it. Interference sign failed because okay, so I guess Rishabh, I guess one issue what you might have done is you might have sort of pressed submit a lot of times, because of which that has sort of come up. I guess you need to wait for like 30 seconds to 1 minute, after which you'll be able to sort of do it. If you could direct message me your personal number, I'll just let it check it in the back end as well. To Rishabh. Got it. Okay, the first one I got is 30. Okay. The Naman Todi says the buying limit on gold is 50K. Is a PAN card requirement a reason for that? Yes, as per the government mandates, up to 50K, like we don't need to have PAN card. Post that, we need to have PAN card. So yeah, you're spot on. The link for feedback. I guess Ashna would be able to share the feedback form. Yeah.
We sharing the feedback from at the end of the session. Not right.
Absolutely. I would also love to hear the feedback from the team as well, so that I can give better talks, and even your feedback on the application also. I'd be happy to hear that. Divya's Dhakni says 31. What are some of the marketing strategies used? Great, Taha. Like I'll answer your question as well. In our marketing strategies, we have 8 GTMs what we are trying to execute. Let me start with the very basics. Of course, like digital marketing on Instagram and everything is sort of very basic what you're trying to do. But especially being a B2C company, we realize that influencer marketing is the biggest thing to tap on over there right now. But even before telling on that, I would love to emphasize on the fact that 94% of the users of the 200,000 users sort of got onboarded only through the referral program. Our referral program was very beautiful. So 94% of them, we just got it through referrals. The other GTM, what we're trying to explore is firstly, of course, as I told you, digital marketing, influencer marketing. We are partnering with the HRs within India as well. We're coming up with a idea called Fun Fridays with Fellow, where we partner with the HRs of different companies, and we'll sort of doing with it. Yeah, also, we are having something called as CFO program, which is Chief Fellow Officer, which we are going to run. It's a sort of a campus ambassador program, which we're going to partner with different colleges, which are going to launch in the first month of January, where we take campus ambassadors and we call them CFOs of Fellow. And one of the CFO will get an internship within Fellow as well in the month of April to May. So if anyone is interested to be a part of the CFO, do feel free to reach out to me as well. Would be happy to sort of interview for that position. And apart from that, they're going to partner with several gaming companies from now onwards, so that their users also come onto our application. And we are going to partner with several financial advisors and financial institutions as well, so that they will start cross-selling our product as well. But we want to highly leverage on the fact that when you're a B2C company, the product needs to sell by itself. And right now, when 94% of the users are coming only through referrals, we have hit a good tick mark over that. And we want to sort of execute through influencer marketing for the next 1 quarter or so, compounded with the campus ambassador program. Okay, I see Krish scoring 68. That's phenomenal. He's the topmost person right now. Then I see Naman Thodi scoring 46. Mehdi Ali also scoring 46. So it is 68, 46, 46, 17. Yeah, 5 more minutes, guys. I got a question over here. It says, how much funds would one require to launch this sort of a startup? Okay, so basically, to be honest, we were fortunate to be a part of this talent investor program. If someone is starting up, I would strongly urge you to sort of apply for this. The name of the incubator is called Entrepreneur First. What Entrepreneur First does is once in 6 months, they select 50 individuals out of 3,000 to 4,000 applications, and they expect these 50 individuals to start building a company. And they give you a stipend of $2,000. And whatever stipend we got, we just put it into the company to build it and scale the product. So once you sort of validate your idea, they give you a pre-seed funding as well. And with that pre-seed funding, you'll be able to scale it. So there's absolutely zero risk involved if you go across with such a sort of an incubator. So there's no actual number what I could tell you, in terms of building such a product, because you're giving in your time as well. There's an opportunity cost associated with it. But it is very easy to implement it. Right now, also talking about the startup ecosystem, if you have a brilliant product in hand, there's a lot of money existing in the market. Like a lot of investors are trying to tap it on, irrespective of what age you are, what are you studying, do you have a degree or not as well. People are ready to invest in you. So I would say that just go and explore the idea, look out for such sort of incubators, and yeah, just give a best shot at it. So don't worry about the capital. Capital is always there in the market. Kaushik, okay, Prerna Chawla is that, okay, if you want to start a startup, how do we sort the funding part of it? What are some of the ways according to, as I told you, the first thing is, right now funding has turned out to be so accessible with these incubators and talent investor programs. So everyone is sort of aware of Y Combinator, but at the same time, there's a VC company based out of Mumbai called as 100x VC. There is Entrepreneur First. All these companies, what they do is, even if you don't have a product in hand, if you're just entrepreneurial in nature, they go and give you money, as simple as that. So these are the couple of sources what you have. What I'll do is I'll just compile an email and I'll sort of send it to Ashna or the team as well, so that they'll give you detailed, information on how exactly you want to raise funding. Even if you are interested in, I'd be happy to sort of just have a 30-minute session with you just with respect to funding aspect, because we just raised a seed round of funding. But how exactly it does is, first get a concept ready, go for an angel round of investing. With the angel round of investing, build your team, scale the product, and once you have decent number of downloads, the seed round of funding will just follow you. Every investor will get behind you. So it is very easy. Previously, it was very, very tough, but right now it is so accessible. Funding is so accessible. It is extremely easy to do. It's just that, you need to have a really good product in hand. That is what it is. So I hope I answered your question, Kushi. Cool. We have last 2 minutes. But in the meantime, if someone is having any questions also, I have my calendar open till 5 o'clock, right? So you can still feel free to float the questions. The game can still go on, but yeah. Sure, I'll surely do it, Taha. So Mritul Sadhwani. Then Mehdi Ali. And cool. I guess it's time up, guys. It's absolutely time up with respect to the game. After this, it's freeze. So I guess it is Mritul Sadhwani, it is Mehdi Ali, it's Prerna, Kaushik, and Krish Agarwal. We're going to get these 500 rupees worth of digital gold on Fellow application. Congratulations to you guys. I sort of wrote down your name. by end of the day today or like early tomorrow, you'll sort of get the digital gold into your wallet. Thanks a lot for downloading the application. Feel free to use the application. Give us a download on how exactly you're feeling it. If you have any feedback, also do it. You at the end of the day, you're still playing the games, but you're actually saving it. I would highly encourage you to also save on the application. You get a developer savings behavior, and it's not just with respect to Fellow also, but just download any other savings application. It's a very strong message what I give to all the other early students also. You can start saving at an early age. You'll reap the benefits at a very long period of time. There was no one to sort of tell us during our early days who asked us to sort of save. Right now, there's so many applications out there in the market who are making savings extremely easy for you. So just pick up a product, just start saving. Even 50 rupees is saving. That might turn into something. So just cultivate the habit of saving, and we are making savings extremely fun through gaming as well. So if you love our product, please continue using our product. And if you need any sort of help with respect to entrepreneurship, marketing, building a company, or even any sort of ideas, I'll be always there to help you out, guys. You can feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, or email. I'll be always there for you. But yeah, I really appreciate the entire team out there at JN College for inviting me, giving this opportunity to talk and interact with a lot of these people and sharing my insights as well. I hope it was resourceful for you. Sort of a unique concept, but in case if you have any following questions, feel free to sort of reach out to me or email. I'd be happy to answer them for you. So that's it from my end. Over to you, team.
So we'd like to formally conclude this session by thanking you for your presence over here and for sharing your knowledge and experience with everybody here. I'm sure
much,
every person attending the session on this meeting as well as on YouTube has a lot to take away. So thank you so much, sir. And
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Much appreciate. All the best, everyone. Hope you sort of have a great future ahead. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me for any assistance you need. So take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll be sharing the feedback form link in the chat box. Please fill it right now. It won't be circulated on WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's already put in the chat box, so make sure you fill it. The people who are watching on YouTube live also, the feedback form is shared in the comments. So please make sure you fill it up because it won't be opened later if you miss the form. Thank you guys for joining in. I hope you like the session. And make sure you leave after the feedback form is filled. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So we are done. We are done with the session, right? All the 5 sessions.
Yeah.
So when are do we go to get the certificates? Like when are we going to get it? Any idea?
You will be getting the certificates. The date hasn't been decided yet. Once we get it'll be emailed to you on your registered email ID. Once they're emailed to you, we'll let you know, like through WhatsApp.
Okay, so we are done for this whole event, right? All the 5 days event.
Yes, we're done.
Okay, so today is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Hi, can you please tell me what's the scene for Triple E credit?
What do you mean? What's the thing?
Triple E credit, we are from Jain, we require Triple E credit. That's why I attended this session.
Yeah, so you will get the credits if you have attended all 5 sessions.
Okay. And how will I show it to them?
So you don't have to show it. We calculate it for you, and the college will only tell you how many credits you have. So you don't we won't give you anything by which you will get to know that you have credits. We automatically send it to college.
Okay, so send it nothing. Yeah.
Sorry.
Nothing. Yeah.
Your respective department will add your credits in your sheet at the end of the year. For that, you have to fill the feedback form. If you don't fill the feedback form, you won't get credits.
Hi, that means we won't receive any certificates now.
No, you will receive certificates also.
Okay, so for all the 5 sessions, 5 different certificates or respectively only one?
No, only if you've attended all 5 sessions, you will get a certificate as well. You won't you just get one certificate for attending Innovate.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. No, Varun, if you only attended today's session, you will not get credits.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Hi,
Yeah, sure.
good evening. First of all, do you know what was talking about that internship in which stipends are given? At last,
I'll get you in touch with him if you want to apply for the internship. You have my number. You can just WhatsApp me, and I'll forward you the details.
don't have the numbers.
You have my number
No, I don't have.
on whichever group you're on. Okay, wait. I'll just send you my number. Yeah, I sent you my number. You can WhatsApp me, and I'll get back to you with the details.
Yeah, can I WhatsApp right now to the session? Or
Sorry.
can I WhatsApp just after just
Yeah, sure.
after the session?
Yeah, no problem. Or you know when you receive the certificate. Only if you've attended all the sessions, you will receive a certificate.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, great.